So, hello everyone. Today, I will discuss the CSR June NATE 2020 question paper and all in SIP2 question paper. Basically, whatever the question already you know that answer key released by the CSR. Some of the question, one or two question, I think questions should be answer key is wrong. But let's see what the question we'll discuss here all the questions right now. Let's start. So first question, which one of the following enzymes present in erythrocytes helps bypass the first step of ATP formation in glycolysis? Now you know that first step of ATP formation in glycolysis is 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate to 3-phosphoglycerate. ATP formation step is 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate phosphoglycerate glycerate 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate to 3-phosphoglycerate 3-phosphoglycerate is the stage where ATP is synthesized. ADP to ATP is the first step. Now, in case of here, question is asked, which one of the following enzyme present in erythrocyte helps bypass the first step of ATP formation in glycolysis? Now, this enzyme is bisphosphoglycerate mutase. Bisphosphoglycerate mutase is an enzyme unique for to erythrocyte and placental cells, right? And it is responsible for catalytic synthesis of 2,3-bisphosphoglycerate from 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, and that's why it's able to bypass the first step of ATP formation, right? 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate it convert into 2,3-bisphosphoglycerate. 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate convert to 3-bisphosphoglycerate phosphoglycerate 2,3-bisphosphoglycerate. Now, so answer is option 1 is the correct answer, bisphosphoglycerate mutase. Now let's see next question. Electron transfer from donors such as NADH, FADH to O2 occurs in, this occurs in the mitochondria only, right? You all know that mitochondria, and also in chloroplast is there electron transport system, but here only one option is mitochondria will be the most correct here, right? Transfer such as donors such as NADH and FADH to O2. Oh, yes, that's only O2 is given. That means only mitochondria is the correct answer, right? So there should not be chloroplast, right? So if the O2 is not given or only involve the NADH and FADH2, then it's also be possible for chloroplast also. You know that, right? So answer will be mitochondria. Now, here, in case of question number 3, so see that in case of Pauling is the model of alpha helix, and in case of Emil Fischer, lock and key model, and John Kendrew myoglobin structure, and Christian and Effinsen, and it's discovered the sequence structure relationship, right? So answer is option 2 is the correct answer. Now let's see question number 3. In trypanosoma, some of the introns generate Y-shaped structure in place of a lariat. Such structure is generated during, it's known as transplicing. You know that during trypanosoma, most of the important features is the transplicing, when the two separate RNA transcripts are joined together. This occurs in lower, most of the important properties of trypanosoma, right, in transplicing. So answer is option 2. Now, question number 5. Which of the following ensures stable binding of RNA polymerase at the promoter site? Is the sigma factor. Sigma factor recognize the promoter site, and sigma factor is the correct answer. Now, question number 6. Now, see here, given below are plot that show uh, changing tires of natural killer cells, cytotoxic T lymphocyte specific to virus infected specific cell, and interferon alpha and beta during a virus infection. Now, here is that with respect to changing uh, virus level or virus infection count, so select the plots represent these factor correctly from the option given below. Now, see that graph one of a graph. This graph is for, so this graph is for interferon, and B for natural killer cells, and C is the cytotoxic T lymphocyte. Right. Now, type 1 interferon, basically there is two type 1 interferon, type 1 interferon, type 1 interferon, that is IFN gamma, IFN alpha and IFN beta, alpha and IFN beta is secreted by virus infected cells, virus infected cells, while type 2, while type 2, that is gamma, interferon gamma, type 2 or IFN gamma is mainly secreted by T cells, cytotoxic T cells or TC cells, and natural killer cells and macrophages. Now, so it is secreted by the virus infected cells. So first level is the, these are the some in B is the natural killer cells. So natural killer cells, so first infection, then the level of first take up the virus particles, and then there is a tire of the interferon level is high at the first moment, first few days interferon level is high, and the maximum after interferon decline, the maximum of the natural killer cells, and then the virus specific cytotoxic T cells. So answer is option, this one will be the correct answer. Now RF, it's a Raffman and Steinman was awarded Nobel Prize for the discovery of, based on the role of dendritic cells in adaptive immunity. Role of dendritic cells in adaptive immunity, right? So answer is option 4. Now, human polydactyly joining of extra-digit syndrome result from homozygous mutation at the HOX1 of the genes of HOXD. HOXD gene mutation that leads to polydactyly joining of human polysyndactyly, that's formed due to one of the gene in HOXD, mutation in the HOXD gene. Now, see that spermidine represent one of the following groups of compound. Now, first option jasmonic acid, polyamines, oxine, and strigolactone. Now, spermidine. What is spermidine? Spermidine is a polyamine compound found in ribosome and living tissue, and having various metabolic function in within the organism. But why it is called spermidine? Spermidine because it was originally isolated from semen, that's why it's called spermidine. Spermidine is a polyamine compound, it's a polyamine compound. Another is the spermine. Spermine also is a polyamine compound involved in cellular metabolism and found in all eukaryotic cells. The precursor for synthesis of spermine is amino acid ornithine. This may be also important for next exam. Remember that the question will be from just option will be, maybe some question is changed and asked in the next time. So please be ready for that, right? So polyamine will be the answer. Now, in which one of the following subcellular organelle in serine is synthesized during the oxidative photosynthesis of C2 pathway? Now, we know that in a glycine to serine conversion, to serine glycine to serine conversion occurs in, or C2 in C2 cycles occurs in the mitochondria. Mitochondria. Now, in case of C2 cycle, three organelles is involved: chloroplast, peroxisome, and mitochondria. And glycine to serine conversion occurs in the mitochondria. Here, two glycine molecules join, two glycine molecule and release. Here, decarboxylation reaction also occur, carbon dioxide also release, right? Say one decarboxylation steps also there, right? Glycine to serine conversion takes place in the mitochondria. Now, next question. So, receptor of which of the following receptor for which one of the following protein span the plasma membrane of the target cell but does not contain intrinsic protein kinase activity, right? Intrinsic protein kinase activity, basically those are receptor tyrosine kinase, RTK pathway, basically the growth factor, epidermal growth factor, insulin like growth factor, they have intrinsic tyrosine kinase activity, right? Intrinsic kinase protein kinase activity. Now you can see that insulin receptor, you can see the insulin receptor also have some tyrosine kinase activity also. You see that these are tyrosine kinase domain also there. That means it's have a intrinsic receptor activity is there. So answer is the growth hormone is the correct answer. So correct answer is growth hormone is the correct answer, right? So now next question. Which one of the following is not released by sympathetic paraganglionic preganglionic neuron? This is the serotonin. Serotonin is the correct answer, right? Now see the next question. In case of this pedigree, so this the trait shown is the above pedigree. It will be the autosomal recessive trait. It will be autosomal recessive, right? Now next, see. Now here you can see that in a panel of 6 hybrid cell line, each containing a different subset of human chromosome, was examined for the presence of genes product as shown below. Now in this question you have to just look at the product present, here present, here present. Now look at that all present, and see that, say 4 here, also 4 here, these are 4 here, so all are present in. So answer is the chromosome number 4. You can do that one that way. Another you can do in a simplest way, that cell line A, the present is 1, chromosome number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now cell line B, you can do it that way in 3 and 4, present in 3 and 4, because 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now in case of F, you can see that F, say product present, and it's present in 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6. Now look at that, in all the present condition only common is 4. So the it's a panel of 6 hybrid cell was examined, the presence of genes was examined for the presence of gene that's shown below. The gene which codes for the given gene product is located on chromosome number 4. Because chromosome number 4 is present, then only all the positive gene product is possible, right? So answer is the chromosome number 4. Now next question, see, in a gene was located in the 10p11. So this means the gene was located on the, this is short arm. We know the P arm is the short arm and Q arm is the long arm, and 10 is the chromosome number. So chromosome 10 and G sub band 1 of band 1. This is the correct answer. Now next, see, autogamy refers to, auto means self, so autogamy is the self pollination of flowers, right? Autogamy is the self pollination of flowers. Now here you can see that which one of the following plant pathogen has largest genome size. Now in case of a plant pathogen like Phytophthora infestans, their genome size is 250 megabase pair, right? And in case of Ustilago genome size is 20 megabasphere. And in case of botrytis, it's 43 to 45 megabasphere, right? MBP. Another is the fusarium, it's 36.88. So answer is the Phytophthora infestans is the highest or largest genome size is 240 megabasphere is the correct answer, right? So answer is option A, that is Phytophthora infestans. Now let's see. Electrotype refers to electrotype refers to now lectotype is, you can see lectotypes. So lectotype is that it is one of the, so first of all, what is type? Type is a geological object. Type is a geological object from which the original description is based on. Type is a geological object from which original description from which original description is based on, right? Now such types is that, like in case of holotype, holotype 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 is that the it primary type specimen on which the original description is based on, right? Holotype is the primary type specimen, a primary type specimen on which the original description on which the original description is based on which the original description is based on which the original description is based on. Now, in case of now lectotype, what is lectotype? Lectotype is the one of the species of scene type, right? One of the species of scene type, and which subsequent to the original publication will be selected and designated to serve as the type, so, right? So you can see that in case of here, the it's a specimen later selected for a group of scene type to serve as the type specimen of for a species, after which original description was published, right? So these are the lectotype. Now opposite sex of the these are called known as allotype. So opposite sex of the holotype is known as allotype. 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 And another is the paratype. Paratype is the specimen cited in the original description other than the holotype and allotype, right? So answer is option 3 is the correct answer. Now let's see. These are the survivorship curve, and these are type 1 survivorship curve, type 1. These are type 2 survivorship curve, and these are type 3 survivorship curve. Type 3 survivorship curve. So its answer is the elephant, lizard, and oyster. Now see the next question. Which one of the following statement is correct with reference to the ecotone? We know that ecotone is the transitional zone between two ecosystems. Is called ecotone. Transitional zone between two ecosystem is the ecotone. So ecotones are the transition area between two ecosystems and have greater number of species than either of the neighboring communities, right? It's a yes, because ecotone is the transitional zone. Here more number of species will be there. Two different ecosystems, a transitional zone between two ecosystems, ecosystem 1 and these are ecosystem 2. These are the transitional zone. These are actually ecotone. Ecotone. So transitional zone between two ecosystem, here is the highest species richness actually occur, like in estuary. These are example of ecotone. That's a transitional zone. Here different species diversity is much more higher than neighboring communities, right? So ecotones are ready under degradation and content. No, ecotones are rich in endemic species and only content species not found in the surrounding ecosystem. No, ecotones are refers to areas that are under habitat degradation and contain endangered species that are not found in the neighboring communities. So answer is the option 4 is the correct answer. Now, so in if bird the song is selected to maximize broadcast range and to minimize the degradation, and the according to acoustic adaptation hypothesis, which of the following combination feature is likely to be shown by the bird singing in dense forest? Now these are the high frequency and narrow bandwidth. This high frequency and narrow bandwidth will be the answer. Now in Africa, AS, that is represent a carrier sickle cell anemia, where A is the allele for normal hemoglobin and S is the sickle cell hemoglobin. If the allele S is maintained at a high frequency in the some population, this represent a case of heterozygous advantage. You know that in those are African sickle cell anemia and malaria. Basically, those are heterozygous. They are prevented from malaria infection, right? So these are actually heterozygous as advantage. Heterozygous advantage is the answer, right? Now 23. Now see that here given below is a schematic representation of a southern blot performed to identify single copy integration event of the tDNA and among the 6 transgenic plants. Now single copy, these are control band. These are control band present in all. So you don't have to look at that one. So these are control band. Now look at the single copy. These are one single copy. This one, only one present. So only one present. These are a double copy. These have a double copy, these have double copy, these are single copy, and these are single copy. So answer is T1, T5 and T6. So T1, T5 and the T6 have single copy. Which one of the following represents the potential single copy event? That is T1, T5 and T6, right? So answer is T1, T5 and T6. Now next, in agrobacterium mediated gene transfer, agrobacterium mediated transfer, which one of the following approach is more likely to generate transgenic plant with incomplete transfers of the passenger gene? And so based on that, basically the placement of, we know that from placement of the passenger gene towards the left border and marker gene towards the right border, this is the wrong, because it should be the passenger gene should be right border, and the left border will be the marker gene, and the marker gene towards the left border, let's say, will be the answer. So this is the wrong, so this is the answer, right? Now see that in case of a DME, student added DMEM culture medium which was pink in color to growing liver cells. 3 days later, the medium color was yellow. This indicate basically a DMEM, that is Delbruco modified Eagle medium. DMEM medium is a widely used basal medium for supporting the growth of the many different mammalian cells, right? So basically it's change, it's indicate change in the pH of the medium. Basically this is possible due to change the 3 days later the medium was yellow in color because of the change in the pH in the medium. Now, in ELISA, that is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, the interaction between the enzymes and the antibody. Now, in case of enzymes and antibodies stabilized by, these are basically the covalent interaction. But this should also be the hydrogen bond also should be possible, because covalent interaction is a strong interaction, right? So this should be both two, hydrogen bond and covalent interaction, right? So next, see, so amongst the following, which one of the following is most appropriate strategy to sequence and assemble highly repeated regions of a genome? Basically you can do the shotgun sequencing possible, but here more correct is the sequencing of back libraries, that is bacterial artificial chromosome. Most appropriate statistic highly repetitive region of the genome. So answer is sequencing of back libraries, that is bacterial artificial chromosome libraries, right? So next session we'll discuss next of the question, right? So thank